Hello again, YouTube. Today I'm going to be replacing the PCV valve on this 2019 Kia Sorento. This has the V6 3.3 engine in it. I'm going to get started with removing the air intake. I'm going to slide this hose off. I'm just going to turn that out of the way. I was trying to take it off the left side. It didn't want to slide off for whatever reason, so I just took it off the right. It doesn't have to come all the way off. Then I'm going to go ahead and pop these hose clamps off or just loosen them up. A 10mm socket fits on these nicely. Before I go any further, I'm just gonna pop this engine cover off. It just pulls up. As you can see, there's just some like knobs that slide into these holes, and it holds that on. I'm gonna pop this part of the air intake off. And then the battery needs moved back, so that mount needs taken out of there. I'm just going to go ahead and also disconnect the battery and take it out just so it's all the way out of the way there. So there's that battery mount, and it just takes a 12mm there. Now I'm going back to the 10mm. I'm just going to loosen up these battery cables. I don't believe you have to actually take the battery out, but it's never a bad idea to disconnect your battery anyway whenever you're working on the vehicle. Even though I'm not getting in anything electric here, you could bump something, hit something with a tool, so I'm just going to go ahead and pull it out of here. Now I'm going to unbolt this air filter housing. Got 2 bolts on the bottom of it. There's one there, one over here, and then I believe this is just going to pull out this way. That's why the battery was moved. I'll see if I have to disconnect anything else or if I can just slide that out of the way. And then for those 2 bolts down there holding that casing in, I'm switching back to the 12mm socket. I've got a pretty long extension on this thing just to make it easier for me. Slide this off. Pull that out of there. Pull this part off of the throttle body. I'm just going to swing this out of the way. Now I'm going to unbolt the throttle body. so I can move it out of the way a little bit. It's held on by 4 bolts on the 4 corners. They are 10 millimeter. All right, with those out, I'm just gonna pull this out of the way. Then you can see down here that hose clamp right there. I'm gonna squeeze those together with my long pliers, pull it off, and under this is the PCV valve. So that hose isn't cooperating all that much. I'm gonna take the clamp off the top part and loosen that up and see if I can get it off the bottom a little easier that way. So with that off there, you can see the end of the valve there. This is just like a insulated rubber cover that pulls off. Which for what it is coming off a lot harder than I thought it would. There it is. I mean, I guess over 100,000 miles is kind of stuck in place on there, but that's that. And now you can see the end of that valve sticking out there. I believe that's a 14 millimeter. You're gonna need a deep well to get on it. So I'm gonna slide the 14 millimeter deep well on here. Unfortunately, I don't have a 3/8 drive socket there, and I don't have a ratchet for this big thing, and I lost my adapter. So I'm gonna be using the breaker bar. Okay, here's the part that I'm using. Every database that I put this part into says it does not belong to this car. Like when I searched AutoZone, Kia parts, anywhere like that, it was showing me a different part number, and that part was to a PCV valve with a 90-degree turn on it, which is not what is on here. As you can see, here's the piece I took out. I'll pop this out of the package so you can see it's the same. So here's the new one. Here's the old one. And then there's also with these, so here's the new one. I can blow through from the top and no air comes through. This old one, now you might not want to put your lips on these nasty things, but this old one, if I blow through, air goes through. Not a lot, but enough, some. It's supposed to close. You can also tell I shake this, the ball in there moves freely. If I shake this, it moves, but not near as freely and easily as the new one. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that in. This is a maintenance item, I would say. They dirty up over time, and it'll help. It should help with gas mileage. If you have rough idling, sometimes it can cause oil consumption. But anyway, that's it. That's how you get it out. And then the installation, you just put everything back in the way it came out. Thanks for watching. If you can, please hit that subscribe and like button. Have a good day.